prayer wheels spinning softly under ancient arcades and stone lions watching silently from their pedestals. Time moves differently here. It lingers in the air in the scent of incense, in the sound of chisels echoing from hidden workshops. Patan Durbar Square is like a quiet rhythm, a sacred geometry carved not only in stone but also in the memories of those who passed through here. Tucked within the sacred geometry of Patan Durbar Square lies a quieter treasure. Patan Museum, once a royal palace, now a realm of sacred art. Each object a breath of devotion, each room a pause in time. Centuries unfold in silence. Here, every bronze statue, every carved tana, every whisper of gold leaf tells not just a story, but a spiritual lineage. They are not just artifacts of faith, but pieces of a living universe, where the silence of Buddhism and Hindu mythology blend in forms both familiar and sacred. According to UNESCO's 2025 report, the museum plays a vital role in preserving newer heritage, not as relics sealed behind glass, but as cultural currents still flowing through Nepal's heart. The collection maps the journey of Nepalese art as it spread across the Himalayas and into Tibet, China, and beyond, echoing the country's quiet influence in Asia's spiritual and aesthetic evolution. In this silence, history does not sleep. It still listens to the sounds of the living present. The Patan Museum does not ask for anything, but remains with those who visit like breath on cold glass, gradually fading, but never really disappearing. Emerging from the hushed corridors of Patan Museum, the journey slips eastward into a world where centuries still move with the wind toward Bhaktapur Durbar Square, where the past unfurls like a living tapestry beneath the infinite sky. Here, time does not sit behind glass. It strides across cobblestone lanes, echoing through brick courtyards and timbered balconies. Parkapa. The city of devotees rises like a medieval dream, almost untouched by the fever of the modern world. This ancient city holds the spirit of a Nepal that once ruled by artistry as much as by kings. At its heart stands Natapola Temple, a five-tiered masterpiece that has weathered centuries of trembling earth, rising each time with the quiet strength of something determined to endure. Each floor rises like a hymn, carved in brick, guarded by stone lions, elephants, and gods that seem to watch over each path with timeless peace. The square unfolds as a living canvas where ancient brick and carved wood breathe in quiet rhythm, and incense drifts through the air like a prayer that never ends. Beyond Nyatapola's commanding presence, Bhaktapur Durbar Square stretches like a grand manuscript of brick and wood. Each courtyard, a stanza, each tiered roof, a verse of devotion. The Mala kings once shaped this place with an architect's precision and a poet's heart, leaving behind a labyrinth of shrines, palaces, and intricate reliefs that whisper of a civilization steeped in craftsmanship. Sunlight filters through the ochre-colored tiles, illuminating intricately carved windows where coiled dragons and gods appear in wood, their shapes softened by centuries of wind and monsoons. To the west stands the 55-window palace, a regal facade where dark timber frames shimmer against the red brick like calligraphy on parchment. Its latticed balconies, each opening a fragment of sky, are adorned with scrollwork so fine it seems almost too fragile to have survived the relentless turning of time. Nearby, the Vatsala temple rises in tranquil dignity, its stone surfaces alive with intricate patterns that capture the morning light and release it in soft, shimmering waves. The tail bell, massive and resonant, hangs silent now, yet its bronze curves hold echoes of festivals and prayers long past. Everywhere, the artistry of Bhaktapur reveals itself in details easy to overlook. The precise join of interlocking bricks, the gentle slope of roof lines, layered with terracotta tiles, the rhythmic alignment of wooden struts carved with mythic beasts and protective deities. Here, the past is no mere memory. It endures in living stone and whispering wood beneath the boundless Nepali sky. Leaving the ancient grandeur of Bhaktapur behind, the road bends northward through the wide sweep of the Kathmandu Valley, where rolling hills slowly yield to an open expanse, crowned by a single, luminous presence, Boudhanath Stupa. One of the largest in the world, it rises like a white mandala of stone and silence, its vast dome gleaming against the pale Himalayan sky. From a distance, the stupa seems to hover above the valley floor, a still center amid the slow-turning wheel of life. This is the spiritual heart of Tibetan Buddhism in Nepal, a sanctuary shaped by centuries of pilgrimage and the quiet resilience of exiled communities who found refuge here in the 20th century. Encircling the great white dome are tiers of terraces and prayer wheels, each spun by countless hands, sending whispered mantras into the moving air. You know, the stupa itself is more than just architecture. It's really a cosmic map, rendered in brick and gold, a diagram of enlightenment where every single line holds a layer of meaning. The 13 golden steps of the spire trace the stages of awakening, while the dome below, well, it mirrors the infinite expanse of the mind. At the summit, the Buddha's tranquil gaze extends toward the four directions, an unyielding emblem of insight and boundless compassion that seems to watch over all who enter the valley. And above, strings of prayer flags stretch outward, almost like rivers of color carrying blessings across the valley with each breath of wind. As the afternoon light softens, the stupa gathers the sky in its curve, the gold pinnacle catching the sun in a final, burnished glow. Even in perfect stillness, Buddha seems to draw breath, a living mandala of stone and spirit, carrying within its quiet heart the timeless promise of awakening for all who walk its sacred circle. From the serene stillness of Buddha, the path curves toward a solitary hill rising above Kathmandu, where Swayambhunath stands as a sentinel of faith. Draped in legends older than the city itself, this ancient sanctuary rests on a wooded crest, its golden spire gleaming through the trees as if guiding pilgrims upward. From the summit, the entire valley spreads below in a sweep of rooftops and rivers framed by distant Himalayan peaks that shimmer in the shifting light. Swayambhunath is a realm where Hindu and Buddhist traditions converge in seamless harmony. Temples dedicated to Shiva and Vishnu sit alongside prayer wheels and shortens, their edges blurred by centuries of intertwined devotion and reverent practice. The great stupa at the hill's crown rises from a whitewashed base like a cosmic axis. Its gilded tower bears the calm, unblinking eyes of the Buddha that gaze across the four directions. All around it, a constellation of smaller temples, chayas, and bronze votives form a sacred geometry. Each element echoes an older truth of balance and awakening. Everywhere, life and spirit mingle in quiet spectacle. Bands of rhesus macaques roam freely along the stairways and terraces. Their quick movements, honestly, are a playful counterpoint to the stupa's stillness. Strings of multicolored prayer flags stretch from the spire to the trees, snapping in the valley breeze, each flutter carrying a wish for peace into the vast Nepali sky. Carved prayer wheels line the pathways, Their soft turning releases murmured mantras into the air, like ripples on a silent pond. As dusk settles, the hill takes on an otherworldly glow. Lamps flicker before shrines, incense drifts upward through the cooling air, and the golden final of the stupa, well, it catches the last light of day. Here where earth and sky meet, Swayambhunath endures as a living testament to Nepal's layered faith, a hill of stone and spirit, forever watching over the valley below. From the watchful heights of Swayambhunath, the journey descends along the eastern slopes of Kathmandu, where the sacred waters of the Bagmati River lead to another heart of devotion, Pashupatinath. Here the air is filled with the scent of incense and the deep hum of ritual, as one of South Asia's most revered Hindu temples rises along the riverbank. Its gilded spires and multi-tiered tiled roofs, a timeless tribute to Lord Shiva and the cycle of life and death. The river itself carries the pulse of ritual life. Along its banks, stone guts host the timeless rites of cremation, where fire transforms the body and the smoke rises toward the heavens. A stark yet profound expression of the Hindu belief in the cycle of life and death. Here every chant, every folded leaf offering, and every flicker of flame resonates with the concept of samsara, the endless circle of birth, death, and